whistle. And here's the tip. Tip controlled by the Bulldogs as the ball pushed ahead to Braden Brown. Braden with the ball, swings it around, tries to take it inside. He's cut off by Sailor Skelton. He kicks it back out to Qualls. Qualls gives the ball over to Puckett. And Puckett knocks down a three-pointer to open up the scoring. 3-0, the early advantage for the Bulldogs. Now the inbounds pass, and now a pressure in the backcourt. Pass across the floor to Justice Bell with a three-pointer. Three-pointer no good, but the rebound collected by Will Robertson. And now Robertson's going to back it out, and we're going to slow things down, set up the half-court offense for the Wildcats. Davis with the ball, swings it over to Robertson. Robertson inside to Skelton. Skelton finds Bell out on the wing, and instead he tries to pass inside to Skelton. Ball cut off there and intercepted, and now the Bulldogs bring the ball up the floor as the ball kicked back out to Brown. Brown directing traffic now. Tries to come around, and he's cut off by Canfield. Instead, he gives it over to McKinnon, back over to Puckett. Puckett with another three-pointer from deep. That one's off the mark, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound gathered and collected by Skelton. Now Logan Davis going to bring the ball up the floor for the Cats. He gives the ball over to Justice Bell, and Justice Bell is going to try to set up the offense. I believe he wants to isolate. Instead, he kicks it back over to Davis. Now Davis comes around. Canfield gets out there and makes that the pick. Passes the ball across the court to Davis. Davis over to Canfield. Canfield with a three-pointer himself. Rattles in and out, no good. Puckett on the rebound, and he's going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Bulldogs. He gets the ball over to Brown. Brown back into Puckett. Puckett over to Qualls. Qualls drives inside off the glass, and that two-pointer is good. 5-0, the early advantage for the Bulldogs here. Will Robertson inbounds to Davis. Davis back over to Robertson. Now full court pressure by the Bulldogs, and the pass ahead to Davis. Davis finds Skelton. Skelton drives it down inside. He had Canfield in the paint, but Canfield clears out. Instead, they get the ball to Will Robertson. Robertson on a floater, back off the iron, no good. And now the rebound collected by the Bulldogs. Inside to McKinnon. McKinnon with the ball. He goes up, and the shot no good, but we're going to get a foul called. And that call is going to go against Will Robertson. Robertson's first foul of the game, and that's going to send McKinnon to the line to shoot two. McKinnon's first shot off the back of the iron, no good. McKinnon puts up his second shot. That one's off the iron, in and out, no good. The rebound collected by Canfield. Canfield gives the ball over to Justice Bell, and Bell's going to bring the ball up the floor for the Wildcats. He gets the ball down inside to Canfield. Canfield in the circle, kicks back out to Logan Davis. Davis over to Bell. Now Bell's going to drive. He pulls up a floater from 15 feet, and that 15-footer is going to be good. 2 points for Justice Bell to open up the scoring for the Cats. Now McDonald driving inside. Bell with the cutoff there. Instead, he gets the ball back out to Qualls. Qualls gets it over to Brown. Brown around to Puckett. And now Puckett gets the ball over to McDonald. McDonald inside to McKinnon. And McKinnon finishes with the two-pointer. And now the inbounds pass. Nice steal there by McDonald as this full court pressure by the Bulldogs is going to play a little havoc for the Cats. And the steal there given up by Will Robertson as McDonald just stepped right in the way and converted on that two-point basket. That stolen two-pointer is going to open up a 7-point advantage, 9-2 the score. Now inside to Canfield. Canfield puts up a floater, no good off the front of the iron. Rebound collected and gathered by the Bulldogs, and now the Bulldogs bring the ball up the floor as Puckett is going to spin around inside, and he's going to put one up, and it's going to drop 11-2 the inbounds for the Wildcats. Davis takes the inbounds pass, passes back to Will Robertson. Robertson passes up the middle of the floor, but he throws it errantly, looking for Canfield. Instead, the ball turns over to the Bulldogs, and now McDonald with the ball. He dribbles around, three-pointer away. Gonna be no good. Skelton with the rebound. And the Wildcats are going to have to find an answer for the physicality that the Bulldogs are playing with. They're playing with pace and physical nature, and now a foul committed as the foul committed against the Cats. That's Braden Brown's first foul, first team foul for the Bulldogs. Now Nate Beavis checks into the game as Will Robertson's going to go over to the sideline and take a seat and rest. Beavis has the ball. He passes into Canfield. Canfield gives the ball over to Logan Davis, but we're going to get a travel call against Logan Davis, and that's going to turn the ball back over to the Bulldogs. 3:52 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs on an 11-2 run to start this contest. Wildcats are going to need to find some defense here on the defensive end of the floor and try to get a stop. Brown passes the ball over to Puckett. Puckett back around to McKinnon. Looking for Qualls inside. And now Case Butler going to check into the game for the Wildcats. Sailor Skelton going to come over to the sideline and get a seat. And we've got a call. We got a technical foul called against number 11. So Quall is going to get hit with a technical foul.
Foul on Qualls. His first, team second.
That's going to send the ball to the other end of the floor as Wayne County is going to get a chance to shoot 2 free throw shots off the technical foul. So the technical foul going to give 2 shots to Wayne County, and then the Wildcats going to retain possession. I don't know what happened there. He must have said something to the official that wasn't too pleasant for the official to call that kind of a technical. First shot, no good, as Justice Bell going to take those 2 free throws for the Wildcats on the technical foul. Justice's second shot on the way. That one's going to fall through and good. So Justice Bell 1 for 2 on the technical foul, and now the Wildcats going to retain possession at the half-court stripe coming off the tech. Beavis to inbound. He's going to give the ball back to Logan Davis in the backcourt, and Davis going to bring the ball up the floor. He passes over to Beavis. Beavis gets it over to Cameron Canfield. Back out to Beavis. Beavis over to Davis. Davis looks to get the ball around. He's going to bring it around the outside. Cats trying to work outside in. They want to get the ball inside to Cameron Canfield or Case Butler. And now they're out to Justice Bell. Justice brings it around to Logan Davis. Davis kicks it back over to Bell. Bell with a deep three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound collected there by Canfield. Shot no good, but the rebound collected by Butler. And Case Butler with the putback. That's 2 for Case Butler. And the Cats have cut the lead now down to 11-5. Good stop defensively for the Wildcats, and now a good offensive possession. Now a three-pointer away for Brown, no good. Rebound collected by Beavis, and he's going to give the ball over to Logan Davis. Davis brings the ball up the floor with another opportunity to cut into this Bulldog lead. He cuts over to the corner to Canfield. Canfield swings it all the way across the floor to Justice Bell. Bell over to Davis. Davis over to Beavis. Now Beavis back over, looks for him to get back over to Davis. Instead, he's going to dribble it, give it to Canfield. Canfield with the three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound collected by McDonald, and McDonald's going to bring the ball up the floor. He wants to go all the way. He's going to take it inside, knocked and defended. Well defended by Case Butler. Good job. But then the pass ahead taken by Brown. Brown passes ahead to McDonald, and McDonald just waits and waits for the defense to catch up, but they over pursue, and instead he knocks it off the glass. 2 points for McDonald, and they're back to an 8-point lead. Davis loses the handle, and collected by McKinnon. Now the ball given to Puckett. Puckett bring the ball up the floor. He's got Brown out at the top, and now he finds Brown. Kicks it back over to Qualls. Qualls being defended by Davis. Now Qualls going to drive against Davis. He wants to take it inside, and we're going to get a foul call before the shot. Shot doesn't count, no good, but Logan Davis is going to pick up his first foul of the game. That's 2 fouls against the Cats here. And now coming into the game for the Bulldogs is going to be Seal and Blystad. Puckett inbounds to Qualls. And he loses the handle. Canfield picks it up, and now Kamen going to bring the ball up the floor for the Cats. He dribbles into a double team, goes around behind the back, is able to retain the ball and keep it. He gets it out to Beavis. Beavis gets it back over to Canfield. Now Canfield looking inside to Butler. Butler with a nice reception. Good vision there by Canfield. He finds Case Butler under the basket. And, yeah, a nice little left-handed layup there for Case Butler. Now Brown driving inside. He tries to go reverse, and he gets blocked by Butler. Butler says, no, thank you. Not while I'm in the paint, sir. Nice rejection there, and Bell with the ball now brings it back up and passes over to Davis. Now Davis kicks it back over to Bell. Bell kicks it back over to Davis. Inside to Beavis. Beavis in the paint, kicks it back to Davis. 2-1-2 zone defense being played by the Bulldogs, and they're playing very well right now, collapsing down on the ball. Excuse me, and we get a foul now as Nate Beavis had possession, and he gets fouled by Blystad. That's Blystad's first foul of the game, third team foul now against the Bulldogs here, as Will Robertson's going to check into the game, and Logan Davis is going to come to the sideline for a breather. Canfield takes the ball out for the Cats. He finds Will Robertson. Robertson tries to get the ball inside to Canfield, but the ball is going to get kicked off of Blystad's foot. That kick ball going to go out of bounds. Possession remaining with the Cats. We got 47 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Robertson to take the ball out. He's trying to find somewhere to get the ball in bounds. Instead, he just throws the ball. I think he was trying to get it over to Nate Beavis, and Beavis thought he was going to try to hit him on a cut. Beavis cut into the basket. Instead, he was going to where Beavis was, and the ball goes out of bounds. Possession back over to the Bulldogs. Puckett going to dribble the ball up the floor. We're inside of 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter with the Bulldogs out to a 13-7 advantage. Puckett now stops and puts up a three-point shot, no good. Blystad on the rebound. Kicks it back over to McDonald. McDonald with the shot, no good. Rebound collected by Canfield. And now Kamen's going to push ahead to Will Robertson. Robertson brings the ball up. We got 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Wildcats are going to hold the ball and try to get the last shot here of the quarter. Robertson's going to set things up. He's bringing it around. He wants to get the ball over to Bell. Bell back out to Robertson. Robertson trying to work the outside in, and he wants to get Canfield inside, but Canfield now gets the ball, drives it, and he takes it off the glass. It's good at the buzzer. That two-pointer cuts into the lead. It's now 13-9 at the end of one, and we'll be back. Now Bell driving inside. Bell kicks it back out to Canfield. Canfield going to dribble out there. He's being guarded by McDonald. He's going to drive. He's going to take it in. He's going to lose the handle, but he gets it back and tries to get the ball over to Beavis with the ball out of bounds off of Qualls as Qualls tried to get the steal. Not able to hold on to the ball. So now Will Robertson going to take the ball out for the Cats. He gets the ball inbound to Justice Bell, and Bell tells him, say, you go get in position. I'm going to run the offense here. Now Justice gets the ball over to Will Robertson, and Robertson's going to try to drive it left-handed against inside. He gets back over to Canfield to stop. Canfield being guarded by Puckett. Kicks out to Bell. Bell with a three-pointer deep. And Justice Bell with a nice three-pointer. Good feed by Canfield. Nice assist. We've cut the lead down to 1 point. What was a 13-4 ball game is now 13-12 as the Cats have clawed back into this thing here in the second quarter of action. Steele gets the ball over to McDonald. Now McDonald with the shot fake. Kicks it over to Blystad in the corner. That corner shot no good off the three-pointer. Rebound collected by Seal. Seal gives the ball to McDonald. McDonald drives into the middle. Instead, he kicks it back out to Qualls. Back over to Puckett. Puckett working against Beavis. He wants the shot fake. Instead, he kicks it back over to Qualls. Now Qualls working against Canfield. Going to drive and pull up and gives it back over to Puckett. Puckett dribbling. He's trying to find someplace to go. He gives the ball over to McDonald. McDonald over to Blystad. Blystad tries to pass into Seal, but the ball knocked away by Case Butler. Ball collected by the Bulldogs. Now Puckett on the drive inside, and the little finger roll by Puckett falls good. That's 7 points for Puckett tonight. 15-12 to score here in the second quarter of action. We're inside of 6 minutes to play in the first half. Bell with the ball. He gets the ball over to Robertson. Will gives the ball back over to Justice. Now Justice looks for the pass. Instead, he drives and kicks it over to Canfield. Cameron Canfield has tied the ball game now with a three-point shot. 15 all the score as the Wildcats have clawed back into this game. Now, McDonald wants to pass. Instead, the shot, instead he passes over to Puckett. Puckett feeding inside, looking for Qualls, and we're going to get a call against Qualls here. We'll take a look and see what the call is going to be. Definitely going to be a foul against Qualls. That's his second. First team foul. Now Logan Davis checks back into the game as Beavis and Butler are going to come back to the sideline. Davis and Skelton back in. So the starting five back on the floor for the Cats. We want to apologize. The stream froze up. We had to restart the stream. It's the same name with a number 2 in front of it. So you can jump back in on that stream and help us help some folks find the new stream here that we had to get back into since that one froze. Will Robertson with a three-pointer away, no good. Rebound collected by Puckett, and Puckett brings the ball off the floor for the Bulldogs. Now he's going to take a deep three-pointer, and it's going to go hard off the back of the iron, bounce up, hit the pole, and that's going to go out of bounds. Possession over to the Cats. Wildcats fell behind early as the Bulldogs went an 11-2 run, and we're now tied at 15 all here in the second quarter. Robertson working inside. He wants to get around and get over to Bell. Bell with a deep three-pointer. That ball went in and out. No good, and now we're going to get a foul call on the rebound as Puckett came down with the ball, and we're going to get a foul called against Logan Davis. Logan laughing, saying, what exactly did I do? And I'm not sure the official can answer that question, but we got a foul called there. That's going to be Logan's second foul, first team foul against the Cats here in the second quarter. Puckett brings the ball up the floor. He's trying to work it around. He gets over to Brody Worley. Kicks it back around to Blysad. Blysad over to Worley. Worley back out to McKinnon. McKinnon over to Puckett. Puckett working inside. He swings around, and they got the switch around to put McKinnon on Davis. Now over to Worley. Worley with a fake. Gets the ball back out to Puckett. Puckett with a shot away. No good. Rebound by McKinnon, and McKinnon puts it back with a putback there. Makes it a 17-15 game as the Bulldogs jump back out in front. Now, Justice Bell going to bring the ball up the floor for the Cats. He throws the ball over to Davis, and now Davis is going to swing it around and try to set up the offense. He gets the ball over to Kamen Canfield. Canfield inside to Sailor Skelton. Skelton with a floater over McKinnon. And Sailor Skelton picks up his first 2 points of the game. We're back to a tie ball game here. Puckett dribbles the ball up the floor. He's working against Sailor Skelton, tries to drive inside. He kicks it out. Now the ball back inside to Puckett. Puckett out to McKinnon, back over to Puckett. Puckett being guarded by Skelton. And Puckett drives inside and off the glass. Puckett going to take it all the way for 2 points. We're going back and forth now, just trading baskets. 19-17 as the Bulldogs back out in front. Cats hanging in. Will Robertson passes over to Bell. Bell to Canfield in the corner. That three-pointer away. A little too strong, off the mark, no good. But the rebound gathered and collected by Logan Davis. He gets Canfield cut into the basket. And Canfield's going to put up a shot. He's going to get fouled. That's going to send Kamen Canfield to the line to shoot 2. Foul committed by Worley. That's going to be Worley's first foul. Second team foul against the Bulldogs. Canfield's first shot away is good. Kamen's second shot on the way now. That one's going to fall through as well. And we're back to a tie ball game, tied up at 19. Puckett going to bring the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. He drives around and pulls up a floater from the free throw line. No good. Rebound collected by Logan Davis. Now Davis going to push ahead to Canfield. Canfield with defense turned around behind him. Can't see him. He puts up a three-point shot. No good. Rebound collected by Blysad. Now Blysad brings the ball back up the floor to Puckett. Puckett with a three-pointer from the wing. No good. Rebound by Bell. Now Justice can go. He's got one-on-one if he wants it. Instead, he's going to come up, pull up short, lose the handle. The ball goes out of bounds off of Sailor Skelton. And that's going to turn the ball back over to the Bulldogs. Justice going just a little too fast to try to get back up the floor and loses the handle on the ball. Sailor tried to save it, but instead not quite able to get a handle on it. The ball goes out of bounds. And now Hickman County with possession. Puckett dribbles the ball up the floor, working out at the top of the circle. He gives the ball over to McKinnon. McKinnon over to Puckett. Puckett puts up a three-pointer off the back of the iron, no good. McKinnon, though, gets up in the air, gets the elevation and the rebound, kicks it back out to Puckett. And now we're going to get a double dribble call as Elisha Puckett had the ball with possession. They passed it out. He dribbled down, picked the ball up, and then took another dribble to drive inside. So the double dribble call going against Elisha Puckett, and that's going to turn the ball back over to the Wildcats. 19-19 the score, and now the Cats with possession are going to have an opportunity to take their first lead of this game. Davis gets the ball over to Bell. Bell back over to Davis. Davis now has the ball. He dribbles it back over to Bell. Bell over to Cayman Canfield in the corner. Back over to Bell. Davis. Davis back over to Bell in the corner. Three-pointer away, no good. And now Elisha Puckett with the ball. Comes down with the rebound, and we're going to get a foul called against Sailor Skelton underneath the basket. That's going to be Sailor's first foul of the game, second team foul against the Cats here in the second quarter of action.
Brown, McDonald, and Qualls.
Now Brown, McDonald, and Qualls are coming back into the game for the Bulldogs. So the starting five for each team back on the floor here with 1:28 to go here in the second quarter. Elisha Puckett has the ball. He's going to bring the ball up the floor. He dribbles ahead. He's trying to send a signal to his teammate. Now Brown with the ball. Passes underneath to McDonald. McDonald dribbles around. He wants to get the ball out to McKinnon. McKinnon hands the ball over to Puckett. Now Puckett back to McKinnon out at the top of the three-point circle. McKinnon dribbles and takes a step. Instead pulls back, gives it to Puckett, rather. Puckett working against Sailor Skelton. Gets it back over to Brown over to Qualls. Qualls with a shot, and we're going to get a travel call as Qualls took about 4 steps too many on his way to the basket. The teammate cannot believe it. And now the Bulldogs are going to go back and show full court pressure again. Beavis checks into the game for the Cats. Bell with the possession. He's going to get the ball back over to Beavis. Beavis takes the dribble, pushes ahead to Canfield in the middle. Now Canfield's going to drive up. He's got someone coming behind him. He finds Sailor Skelton cutting to the basket. And Sailor Skelton, off a nice feed from Cayman Canfield, 2 points, is going to give the Cats their first lead of this game. 21-19, 33 seconds to go here in the first half. Puckett passes over to Brown, down to McKinnon. McKinnon looking for somewhere to go, and no one's helping him. And so he gets the ball back around to Brown. Brown kicks it back out to Qualls. Qualls working isolation against Beavis. Instead, he kicks the ball over to Puckett. Puckett now on a switch, working against Beavis. And Canfield helping him out there. Now Puckett on the drive, and we're going to get a foul called against Nate Beavis as Beavis just grabbed him and held him instead of letting him go to the rack. So first foul against Nate Beavis, third team foul against the Cats. 9.5 seconds to go here in the first half of action. Wildcats with a 21-19 lead. Brown now with the ball on the inbounds where clock's running down inside of 5 seconds. McDonald kicks the ball, Brown over to McDonald. McDonald with a three-pointer off the glass. And that three-pointer at the end of the first half is going to make the score at halftime. Bulldogs 22, Wildcats 21. Start of the second half here on WCHS Sports. Bulldogs with possession here, leading 22-21. McDonald rings around and he gets the ball over to Puckett. Puckett back over to Brown. Brown working against Robertson. The pick set by Puckett, and Brown going to take it all the way. But Braden Brown with his first 2 points of the game opens back up to another 3-point lead. And now the full court pressure here by the Bulldogs. Cats working to get the ball across the timeline. They do. Davis gets the ball over to Skelton in the corner. He drives inside, takes it and passes it out to Will Robertson. Rebound off the mark, no good, and collected by the Bulldogs. Now Brown gets the ball taken away by Justice Bell. Bell with a three-pointer, no good, and Puckett pulls the rebound. Now Puckett brings the ball up the floor. He stops and passes over to Brown. Brown with a three-pointer. That three-pointer off the front of the iron, no good, and we're going to get a push foul underneath the basket. That's going to be a foul against Qualls. That's going to be Qualls' third foul of the game as Logan Davis got driven to the floor. So that's going to give possession back over to the Wildcats here in the third quarter. Starting five on the floor for the Cats: Robertson, Bell, Davis, Canfield, and Skelton. On the floor for the Bulldogs: Brown, McDonald, Qualls, Puckett, and McKinnon. Puckett with the steal. He passes the ball over to McDonald underneath. McDonald with a 2-pointer. Now the inbounds pass to Will Robertson. Robertson tries to dribble it ahead, but he's cut off by the double team. He gets it over to Logan Davis. Now Davis going to swing it around the other end of the floor. He brings it across. He gets it out. Now he's getting trapped, but he gets it over to Canfield. Canfield drives inside, kicks it over to Robertson. Robertson with a shot fake, instead pulls back, goes over to Davis. Now Davis with a deep 3-pointer off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound collected by Puckett, and Puckett pushing ahead. 26-21 the score. And now Puckett with a deep 3-pointer off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound brought in by Brown. Brown off the front of the iron, no good. Now the rebound fought for by Skelton, collected by Davis. He passes over to Bell, and Bell's going to bring the ball up the floor. He's going to try to take it all the way. Pulls up from 15 feet, and Justice Bell with a little floater and have to climb out of a hole. Now the Bulldogs with possession. Puckett inbounds, and he's going to get the ball back, and he's going to bring the ball up the floor. Elisha Puckett, leading scorer for the Bulldogs, working against Cayman Canfield. He's going to get the ball over to McDonald. McDonald tries to dribble around. He gives the ball over to Qualls. Qualls now with the screen set, and now we've got a screen inside. That was a hard shot that Logan Davis took right to the mouth off of it. Looked like a moving screen, but they did not call that. Instead, they called Will Robertson on a foul as McKinnon going to the basket. So McKinnon going to the line to shoot 2. McKinnon's first shot, no good. Second shot from McKinnon away. That one's going to fall through. Now Davis to inbound the ball. He gets the ball over to Robertson. Robertson dribbles up. Don't want to dribble into the double team. And now he passes over to Bell. Bell brings it up. He swings it back out to Davis. Davis kicks it up the head to Bell. Bell over in the corner to Canfield. Canfield wide open for 3. And when you give Cayman Canfield that kind of a look, he is going to knock it down. 27-26. That 3-pointer brings it back down to a 1-point game. We're 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Brown working inside. He finds McKinnon. McKinnon working at Skelton, kicks it out to Puckett. Puckett now drives around to the inside. The shot no good. Rebound collected by Skelton. He gives the ball to Will Robertson, and Robertson's going to bring the ball up the floor for the Cats. Cats move the ball up the floor, and Robertson calls Davis over and says, here, take the ball. You set up the offense. Now the Wildcats trying to work outside in. Ball dribbled into Canfield. Canfield hit from behind, and now the ball stolen away as McDonald drives up the floor. Not going to be able to convert, but now we're going to get a foul on the floor. Qualls called for a push foul from behind. That's going to be fourth foul for Dylan Qualls, and Qualls is going to have to go to the line. He's going to have to go to the sideline, rather, now with 4 fouls here in the third quarter. Robertson brings the ball up the floor. He passes over to Davis, passes back to Robertson, back ahead to Bell. Bell finds Canfield. Canfield with the wide open 3. There it is. Give Cayman Canfield wide open looks, and we'll take them all night long. 29-27 the score now. 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats have jumped back out in front. It's been a back-and-forth game after we got past that opening stanza, as the Cats have clawed back into it and now have jumped out to a lead. Puckett with the ball, shot fake. He dribbles, brings it in, and then the floater off the rim, no good. Ball goes out of bounds over to the Cats. So the Wildcats with possession. 4:14 to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats out to a 29-27 lead. And the Bulldogs once again showing full court pressure. Pass into Canfield in the middle. He passes back to Robertson. Robertson pushes ahead to Davis. Davis back to Robertson. Robertson over to Bell. Bell across the floor to Logan Davis. Davis with a 3-pointer himself. And Logan Davis says, hey, let me jump into the party here. He knocks down a 3-pointer for his first. 3:59 to go here in the third quarter of action. Wildcats have jumped out to a 5-point advantage over the Bulldogs. Brown brings the ball up the floor. He steps back, passes over to Bystad. Over to Puckett. Puckett gives the ball over to McKinnon. Now McKinnon with the handoff to McDonald. McDonald back over to Puckett. Puckett being guarded there by Canfield, and now the screen being set, but Canfield gets around and fights through. Puckett fights through now with a 2-pointer off the glass. So 2 more points for Puckett. It's going to cut the lead back down to 3. And now the pass knocked away by McDonald, and McDonald throws it off of Logan Davis. Ball out of bounds off Davis, and that's going to give possession back over to the Bulldogs. And that's what happens when you get into that full court defensive pressure. You got to make good, clean passes to get through the press. A bad pass or something like that just gets them a steal of a possession. Canfield with the rebound, and now Canfield fighting for the ball with Brown. Canfield gets the ball out to Robertson. Now Robertson in triple team will get a timeout taken. That's 3 timeouts the Wildcats have had to use here, and so only 2 timeouts remaining for the rest of the game. Bell with the ball. He passes ahead to Robertson. Robertson loses the handle, and now we're going to get a jump ball situation in the possession arrow with the Cats. So the Cats going to retain possession coming off the jump ball, and now the ball goes out of bounds on the sideline. The official trying to direct traffic. Somebody's got to take the ball out here. And now Robertson gets over there to take the ball out for the inbounds pass. And now the Cats working to try to get the ball in. He gets the ball to Bell. Bell right back to Robertson. Pass ahead to Canfield. Three-pointer is good. And Canfield fumbled on the play. Going to get a chance to go to the line for a 4-point play. And that could be a massive shot right there to blow this game open for the Cats as Tyler McKinnon picks up his first foul of the game. 3rd team foul against the Cats. Yeah. Will, that inbound pass, Will threw it off the back of the defender, took it back himself, then passed ahead to Bell. Bell pushed it over to Canfield. Canfield with the 3, and absolutely got mauled as he put up that 3-point shot. Shot fell through, good and true, and now the Wildcats with a shot to make a 4-point play. That 4-point play is good for Canfield, and now the Cats enjoy a 7-point lead here in the 3rd quarter. Puckett brings the ball up the court. He's going to dribble around and kind of Blystad back over to McDonald. McDonald dribbles around to the top. He gets the ball back over to Brown, and Brown trying to direct traffic. He's going to back out and try to set up. Now Puckett with the screen. He gets around Bell. Bell pushes through over to Blystad. No good. Rebound collected by Canfield. And now Canfield clears out to Bell. Bell going to bring the ball up the floor. And now the Bulldogs going to settle into a half-court man-to-man defense, realizing that the Cats have figured out a way to break that press. Davis finds Canfield looping around the corner. He puts up the 3-pointer a little strong that time. Puckett on the rebound, and now Puckett brings the ball back up the floor. Off the glass, it's going to fall through. Puckett cuts it back down to a 5-point game. And now the Bulldogs back into the pressure. Robertson with the ball. He's dribbling against Brown. He tries to push ahead. He does. And then he throws the ball out of bounds. Waiting to see a signal. They're okay. We're going to say it's off the Bulldogs here. So Davis on the sideline take the ball out of bounds. He's got McDonald right in his face. He gets the ball inbound to Canfield. Canfield working against Puckett, going to drive inside. He passes the ball off to McDonald. McDonald down with the travel. And Will went up for the shot. Had the defender in his face. Wasn't able to get it off. Came back down with it, so that's going to be a travel all day long. And now Case Butler and Nate Beavis back to the floor for the Cats as Sailor Skelton and Will Robertson are going to come to the sideline. 1:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs with possession. Wildcats at a 36-31 lead here. Canfield working against Puckett defensively. Puckett trying to get inside. He pushes the fadeaway jumper, and that fadeaway for Puckett going to fall through. We're back to a 1-possession game. Inbound pass to Beavis. Now Beavis dribbles up the floor. He's got to get ahead. He gets across the timeline. Gets the ball over to Davis. Davis is going to think about it. He drives it inside. Logan Davis takes it all the way. 2 points off the glass for Davis, and we're back to a 5-point advantage. 1:22 to play here in the 3rd. Puckett brings the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. He's directing traffic. He wants to get a screen. He gets it, and he gets a 3-point shot away against Case Butler. Ball goes out of bounds. Instead, now the fight inside the seal, and now it came in Canfield with a block, but they're going to call him on a foul. As they say, they're going to foul. He's going to foul Seal going to the line. So Kamen picks up his first foul of the game, and that's going to put Seal to the line to shoot 2. First shot short. What's that old saying? Ball don't lie. First shot short, Seal no good. Seal's second shot now away. Off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Beavis, and he gets the ball over to Canfield. Now Canfield working back up the court dribbles around behind him, loses the handle as it gets knocked away, and now the pass ahead to Puckett. Puckett with the basket. The basket is going to be good for Puckett, and Logan Davis going to be guilty of the foul as he hit him going to the rack. So Logan Davis has now picked up 3 fouls here in the third quarter, and 38-35 with a chance to convert the three-point play. And that shot is good. So just like that, the Bulldogs have been able to cut the lead back down to 2, 38-36. Davis gets the ball knocked away by McDonald, but that happens when you get hit hard and fouled. So the foul committed by McDonald. That's going to be Will McDonald's first foul of the game. Ball goes out of bounds. That's 14 fouls against the Bulldogs here in the third quarter. Bell inbounds the ball back to the very back into the backcourt. Now he's going to get caught in a double team. He passes ahead to Canfield. Canfield to Beavis. Beavis ahead to Case Butler. Butler off the glass, 2 points. Nice assist and feed there by Beavis. 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter as Puckett works against Canfield. He drives inside, spins, no good. Rebound collected and corralled by Brown. The ball knocked away. Justice Bell collects the ball, gives it over to Nate Beavis. Beavis going to push ahead. And now he gives the ball to Canfield. Canfield had the three-pointer. Instead, he goes to Logan Davis, and Davis gets absolutely mauled going to the right. That's going to send Logan Davis to the line to shoot 2. And we'll see who they're going to call that against. They're going to call that against 44. That's Bystad picking up his second foul of the game. 5 team fouls now against the Bulldogs here in the third quarter. Going to put the Cats in the bonus. So Logan Davis to the line to shoot 2. First shot is good. Davis' second shot is good. Puckett over here talking a little trash to Cope Freightrain. The foul shooting was going on. Not sure what's going on there and why they're letting that go. Now Puckett drives to the lane, and we're going to get no shot, no call as we're going to get a call here waiting on the official. The official's going to call 25 Canfield for the foul. So Canfield picks up a foul. Second team foul against Canfield, 4th team foul. 6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Puckett to inbound the ball. He gets the ball to McDonald underneath. The shot away is no good, but we're going to get a foul called against Justice Bell. So that's going to put McDonald on the line to shoot 2 as Justice Bell picks up his first foul of the game, and that's now 5 team fouls against the Cats here in the third quarter. 6-point lead now for the Cats, but McDonald with 2 shots at the line with a chance to cut into it here. First shot for McDonald is good. Second shot off the mark.
Free throw number 2, and it's picked up by Butler. 3 seconds, Hickman County. A phenomenal job on defense as everyone holds their breath as the half-court shot goes up in the air. But at the end of the third quarter, Hickman County 37, Wayne County 42. 8 Peters, and we are about ready to start fourth quarter ball as it's inbounded to Braden Brown. Hickman trailing by 5. McDonald with the drive. Puts it up off the glass, and it's in. And Cam, what a tough drive there by Will McDonald. Now Bell, Hickman County still playing this aggressive style of defense, finds Davis. Davis finds Beavis. Beavis back out to Bell. Gives it off Bell, drive on the baseline, spins, looking, gives it out to Butler. Butler hands to Davis. Out of Beavis at the right wing, back out to Davis. Some good defense being played here by the Dogs as he has to hand it off near the logo to Canfield. Bell drives, hands off Canfield. He wants to dribble in, and a walk is called. So some great defense there. I mean, Cam, if there was a shot clock in high school, it would have expired about 10 seconds ago, but phenomenal defense by Hickman County to force them into making a mistake. And I'm looking to see more of that as this quarter goes along. But a big chance here on offense for Hickman County to tie it with a 3 or to cut in even closer with a 2. So McKinnon top of the key.
Yeah, Josh.
Hands off to Blystad. Blystad drives, kicks it. Brown from 3 in the corner. No good. And Blystad, what a hustle play to get to McKinnon, to McDonald from 3. No good off the glass. And it's Beavis picking it up. So a couple of opportunities there, but Hickman County unable to capitalize. Davis drives. Through to the basket, no good. Picked up by Puckett. And it's that presence in the paint of McKinnon that can force so many errors. Elisha gives over to Blystad. 6 minutes in the 4th to go. Passes. Puckett from 3. No good. Blystad hustles in. And they'll say Wayne County ball. And a tough break. A tough break for Hickman County.
Josh, these refs, I will say this. They will call a walk on you. These are old-fashioned guys. You get to pick up in one step. They are not playing modern basketball.
So Wayne County on offense. Bell up top, guarded by Blystad. Gives off to Davis at the logo. Canfield met immediately by Puckett. Now Butler over to Davis. And Elisha staying hip and hip with Canfield, not giving him any room to breathe as he's been their big scorer. Beavis and McKinnon tips it out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Wildcats.
Qualls in for McKinnon for the Bulldogs.
So Qualls checking in for McKinnon. And Cam, if you're Dylan Qualls, you have to be careful, right? 4 fouls, no room for error.
Yeah, Josh, he's got to be careful. And he came in for McKinnon, so he's got to be a presence inside. He has to do it without fouling.
Bold move here. Davis dribbles in. No good off the bottom half. McDonald couldn't pick it up. So a missed opportunity there for the Dogs as Wayne gets a chance to reset. Canfield on Puckett, now Bell. Dribble, step back 3, and that's a big shot there by Wayne County. And they widen it back to a 6-point game. Qualls with the right wing, gives Elisha. Dribbles in at the wing. Out, Qualls from 3, well short. And Cam, we don't see Qualls shoot those far too often.
Josh, and you know how I mentioned earlier, Elisha alligator arming. Dylan alligator arm really bad right there. He's just got to trust it. I don't think he was trusting himself right there.
And Brown tries for the steal, but he's called for the reach in.
And Josh, I don't hate that foul because that young man's not that great of a ball handler. So putting pressure on him, even if you have to waste a foul, is not necessarily a bad thing. It just lets him know, hey, I'm coming at you physically. And
at 4.5 minutes, only Brown's second foul, so nothing really lost there. And Elisha playing tough, and Nick Davis picks it up, and the ball's loose. Elisha knocks it over, and Qualls picks it up. So some physical ball being played. Corner, McDonald pump fake, dribbles in. Tries to kick it out, but it's taken away, a costly mistake. Canfield slips and falls and puts it in. And Cam, I mean, that's just a lucky break there. And Puckett wants to drive, mid-range, no good. And Cam, if you're Hickman County, you have to slow it down. I mean, you have 4 minutes, no reason to play panicked, no reason to dig yourself into a deeper hole.
Yeah, Josh, you're right. You got to get shots up. You're down by 8 now. But even then, they have to be quality shots.
Canfield drives in, jump stop, bounce pass to Beavis, kicks it back out to Bell. And Cam, offensively, this is where if you're Hickman County, your playmakers have to show up as time begins to become a factor. Bounce passes Butler, handoff to Bell. Bell loses control of it, and they'll say it stays with Wayne County.
And Josh, I'm going to say that ball was not tipped out of bounds by Braden Brown, but he did foul. The ref didn't call the foul. He just called it out of bounds, so it was a reasonable, he missed the foul call, so he made up for it there.
And a foul is called on Elisha Puckett, as it looked like Beavis lost his footing just a little bit. And Cam, that's only Elisha's first.
His first, team second.
So you love seeing your big playmakers limiting their fouls with the exception of Dylan Qualls. Pass, Camfield drives in, and Qualls, he had no choice there with the back off, knowing he was in foul trouble. Gave him an easy route to the basket. Now Wayne leads by 10.
Josh, the rest of the team has to be locked in enough to recognize that's Dylan on him. I have to be in help.
And Qualls is fouled, driving to the basket. And Cam, these are some big free throws. Hickman County has gone pretty cold offensively. The officials signaled for 2.
You know, I want to see that here from these Dogs is let's take these next 3 minutes. It's only 10. It's really not that much to make up in the grand scheme of things, but that has to make a commitment to a large array of things. So step up here, make your plays.
To your point, Cam, it all starts right here. Dylan Qualls only has 1 bucket on the game, and it came back in the first half. And it rattles in and out. No good. And number 2 does roll in for Qualls. So back to single digits. Hickman County still playing this aggressive style of defense. Wayne looking to set up. It's Camfield up top near the logo. Gives to Bell. Bell pulls up from 3. No good. And a big offensive rebound as Davis now tries from 3. This one no good. And Qualls tips it over to Puckett. Elisha looking for help and gives to Blystad. Now to Qualls. Puckett dribbles in on the baseline, takes it himself off the glass, and he is fouled. And 1 forthcoming for Elisha Puckett.
And Josh, that's a great job there, recognizing that they're overcommitting every time to him. He's got to go in and take that.
Elisha no good. And Qualls will be called for the foul. No, they get Blystad on the foul, so Qualls stays alive in this contest with 2.5 minutes. And that's only Blystad's second. Bounce pass, Brown tries to cut it off to no avail. Hickman County playing this aggressive press style of defense here. 2:20 left, Dogs trail by 7. McDonald playing some nice defense. He gives to Bell. Bell, corner, Camfield, pump fakes, dribbles in on Qualls, gives it. Davis, paint, Beavis. Now back out to Davis. So a lot of passes here the Bulldogs are forcing.
And Josh, if I'm Coach Dawson, if number 32 gets the ball in his hands, I am fouling immediately, trying to get him on the line.
And Qualls almost takes it away. Corner 3 from Bell. No good. And McDonald will be fouled trying to keep it alive. And Will McDonald, he has been hustling his tail off in this game tonight.
Yeah, Josh, he's been big. He's been locked in from the start of the game. A really good, complete game so far here by Will McDonald. It hasn't been his best, shooting percentage-wise, but it has been good.
Hickman County, with 90 seconds remain, need to have a sense of urgency about them. Brown dribbles in, up off the glass, no good, tipped around. Oh, and some contact there on Blystad, and a jump ball is called as he immediately grabs at his head. And Cam, no injury is good, but you definitely don't want to see anything to the head area. I mean, that is very scary territory. It looks like he should be all right. And some substitutions being made now for the Bulldogs. Tim Puckett coming in for Blystad. Worley.
And I'm sure this break isn't going to take very long for those two, but definitely you get rattled after that, and you're not entirely locked in. So good job by Coach Dawson taking those two out there.
Pass ends Bell. Tough pass to Davis. So they'll be looking to burn some clock. Hickman County And Qualls tries to get the takeaway. Noah Bell dribbles into the paint mid-range, and it's good. So a 9-point game. 3 threes separate these teams. And Puckett drives in, puts it off the glass. No foul called. Finds Davis on the left side of the floor, 40 seconds. Canfield from 3. No good, but no offense.
We got a foul. We got a foul here, Josh. We got a foul here, Josh. We got a foul here.
So 31 seconds.
And Josh, that came about 20 seconds too late. I understand it's only 7, but you also have to get 2 more fouls. You got to get on those quick and can't allow them.
And Qualls fouls, and that will do it for number 11.
And he had to there, Josh. It's our requirement to keep this game continuing and give these guys a chance.
And it will be Kylan Seal checking in for number 11. And if Canfield knocks down these free throws, things will be looking bleak for Hickman County. Number 1 is good. And a timeout will be taken. Hickman County
beyond the arc. So this is our best chance to get guys that can make that shot. So I don't really care who it is. Let's put it up.
So free throw number 2 on the way for number 25, Canfield. And it's good. So 9-point game, shots have to go up. Elisha in a hurry down the floor. Elisha drives off the glass, no good, he'll go to the line. So some big free throws on the way for Elisha. And Elisha, a rare miss on his first free throw. And number 2 falls in. And Bell will be fouled, and that will send him to the line. So Bell at the line. Hickman still trails by 8. And there's one make, another make here, Cam, probably all that salts this one away here in JE system.
Yeah, Josh, and the thing about tonight's game, Wayne County always had an answer for our little runs. Our runs weren't near long enough, and we didn't play a complete game enough to really, as Puckett, a miss from deep.
And Wayne will pick it up, and McDonald will foul him with 10 seconds, and really only a formality at this point, Cam.
Yeah, being down double digits is tough to come back from. And the frustrating thing, Josh, is they did not play bad tonight. The definition of a bad basketball game was not what Hickman County put out tonight, but one where you could argue that they have not played basketball for a week, and that goes for the girls' game as well. I hate that it took both teams longer to knock the rust off than as when McDonald goes in, takes a reverse lay to end the game. But Josh, I hate that we couldn't come out firing like both Wayne County teams did.